Hi everybody, Jeff here from carbuyingtips.com. Today we're going to show you how to replace your headlight lamp when it goes bad in your SUV or truck here. Now in this particular case here we have a 2004 Lexus GX470, which is similar of course to a certain Toyota model, and your SUV may be quite similar to this. Now most people erroneously think that, oh man, I might have to pull off this whole thing to get it at that lamp to replace it, but you really don't. It just untwists from behind, which we'll show you in a minute here. But this is right here, this one's working good. You can see that light's on. But if you come over to this side, you can see this side is not working very good. So this is the one that's burnt out that we're going to have to replace. So in most of these trucks, what you have that's pretty common is there'll be a plastic shroud that's blocking your access to the back of the headlight. Now you might see other people that tell you got to start popping off all of these plastic rivets here, and there's like 8 or 9 up top and 3 or 4 down below, and pulling off the whole plastic shroud. Well, that is not what you have to do. We're going to show you here that if you can just get around and maybe undo 1 or 2 on this side here and lift it up, you can see there's the headlight bulb right there. That's the back of it with that green connector on there. So all I need to be able to do is just lift this up a little bit and get my hands in. Do I have to take off this whole thing? Absolutely not. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so we're just going to reach in here and twist this guy out, and it comes right out. See that? It's just that simple. Okay. Alright, so you see that little tab in the middle down there, right where the tip of my thumb is? You push the bottom of that tab in, and that's what releases the bulb so that you can just pull it right out of the socket like this. Right? So there's your bulb. And then we have the new one over here. This bulb is it's a standard H11 is what this particular truck takes. This was about $16 at your local auto parts place, and it's pretty automated now. You can look online on their website and meander your way through the menus to the headlight and enter your car model, and it'll tell you which one to get. Alright, so you can see here we've snapped the new bulb in. I'm using gloves just in case I don't want to get fingerprints on the bulb, because I don't know if my oils from my hand will hurt this bulb or not. Sometimes they don't want you to touch the bulb. So I'm going to take this, feed the bulb back into the entrance there to the headlight assembly, and then we'll just twist it. Alright, so you can see it's in place, and I'm just going to twist it down. Yeah, see, that just locks it into place. And we are done installing it. Now let's test it out. And so there you can see it's come on nicely now. Now you'll also see other people on YouTube that are showing you all these very complicated methods here for trying to fix this one here, the turn signal. And we have another video for that already that you can see. But the best way to do the turn signal is not by messing around with anything all up here. You lay down on your back and you reach from underneath, and you can see it, and you just untwist it and pull it out from underneath without having to do anything or take anything apart off your car. So the turn signal you do from underneath, the headlamp you do from up above, because you simply can't reach it when you're laying on your back underneath the vehicle. So here we are. It's all changed out. And if you have to do the passenger side here, there's only a few rivets to do. There's one here, one here, and one over here too. And you may have to pull off this shroud over here to get at behind the headlamp, but it's the same type of thing here. You just try to do it without having to do all of it. And there's nothing wrong too if you want to pull off the whole shroud. There's nothing wrong with that too. But I'm just saying you don't have to. So now we're going to focus on, since we've done the maintenance on the light bulb, you can see we're getting cloudy again on our lens. So we're going to clean that right now, and I use a couple of different products for doing that. Alright, so I've experimented with different products over the years, and I found that no one product does it absolutely perfectly. But I use a combination of two different products, the Blue Magic and the Meguiar's plastic. So the Blue Magic does a good job of cutting through the yellow grime the most, and then the plastics kind of takes it from there and cleans house. It's like your relief pitcher. So I start off with it here on the terry cloth, and I just apply it in a circular motion. Get a nice even finish. Next I flip it over to a nice clean dry spot on the towel here and just circular motion wipe it off. Give it a good vigorous circular motion rubbing, get it all off. Now here you can see how dirty this cloth gets here. And if you haven't done this in a while, it's going to take you at least 2 applications of the blue stuff before you even get to the plastics there. So I've done 2 applications here, and it's okay, but that's where the plastics will come in and get all the rest of that stuff off. Okay, so now we've got the plastics here ready to go. And the key to this, to all of these products, is to remember to put it on wet and buff it off while it's wet. Don't let it dry on the lens, or you are going to be busting your butt trying to get this stuff to come back off. And the more often you clean it and you keep your headlights cleaner, you won't have to work as hard to scrub them clean. So here goes. So now here I am on the second application of the plastics, and look how dirty it's still coming off. And you can hear the squeaking. When you hear it squeaking, that's how you know it's getting clean. So here we are after I'm done with this second application here of the plastics. This is now the 4th cleaning I've done on this lens with 2 towels and 2 different products. So you can see how it doesn't ever really work with one product, although every one of the manufacturers out there will make you think that their stuff is the best, and then it takes one application. Nah, it really doesn't. And you can compare this to how it looked. See how the lower lens looks there? So we're going to tackle that one next. Well, you can see how crystal clear that got just after the first application of the blue stuff on the lower lens here. Okay, so now this is the plastics, and you can see there's not much dirt left to scoop off of there. So this thing has really come crystal clear. Do you remember how foggy it was just a minute ago? Now both of our lamps are nice and clear. So it just goes to show you how much work you got to put into it. So if you do it like every couple of months like I normally do, you won't have to work so hard. This one here, I can't remember the last time we did this, so yeah, the longer you wait, the more you have to work to get it off. If you maintain it, it'll be perfect. And here's a side view showing just how crystal clear those lenses got. And so, you know, like I said, if you can do this once every month or two, you'll only have to do just the plastics by itself without the other deep cleaning stuff. Now over here on the driver's side, we'll do a little before and after. Here's what it looks like now. And there it is afterwards. So you can see down below how the lower lens there, that was really filthy, came out nice. So this is the way you want to maintain it. And as usual, don't forget to tune into our website, carbuyingtips.com. If you decide to unload your car and go buy a new one, our website will teach you everything you need to know about buying new cars, buying used cars, selling your used car, and all the scams to avoid. Have a great day, folks. See you on the next one.